Right, guys, we're going to talk about diets because in my job, I have an office job, and I look around the office and I think no one eats whole foods. And I'm thinking, is this normal? So I've always had a set diet. I thought this is normal. People just eat dinners, lunches, breakfast. They have whole meals, whole foods. And I see people around the office they're just snacking throughout the day Pringles, Doritos with the salsa dip, crackers, um, crisps, and that they just pick that up throughout the day. And I'm thinking, is this normal? And the way to change that is I wake up half an hour earlier, have a solid breakfast. Even if I do wake up a bit later, I make sure I get a good breakfast in, whether that's like a healthy meal deal from Tesco, like a chicken and bacon wrap with mango slices and like a strawberry water. Just gives you that boost and gets that metabolism going. And then from there, I make sure to get a good lunch in. So what I do is when I prepare my dinner, say it's like a nice chicken meal. I make enough so I've got lunch the next day, so that's sorted. And then by the time that evening comes, I've cooked something else, and then I've got dinner, lunch sorted for the next day. And then I have my Greek yogurt in the evening. So I'm eating 4 whole meals a day rather than just snacking out throughout the day. And I think that's why people put on so much weight because they don't even know they're doing it half the time. These odd chocolate bars, these odd ice creams, these odd crisps. It's just not good for you. And the more regular you do it, the more your body becomes accustomed to it. So you've got to change your eating habits, and there's easy ways to do it. You just got to start small, and that if you start small, that is what makes the biggest change to your body, and that's the easiest way I can do it. But you just got to pick small things at the beginning. Don't go from one extreme to the other because it's not going to work. You have to change things and tweak things every week to build yourself up, because otherwise you'll just quit within a week or two. Because I've seen it. So what I would do is start off with. I know most people probably can't, they don't feel like eating breakfast in the morning. Start off with your dinners. That's the simplest way I could put it. Start off with your dinner and you prepare enough for the next day for lunch. So make 2 portions. That's your lunch and dinner sorted. So start off with that little change. Prepare your dinner, whatever it is healthy. Say, what do I have? 75 grams of rice, 100 grams of broccoli, 200 grams of chicken, right? So just make enough for 2 meals. So 400 grams chicken, 150 grams rice, 200 grams broccoli, bang, dinner, lunch next day. That's the first little thing. Do that for 2 weeks. Then you build that habit up, and then you move on to the next thing, which is, say, your Greek yogurt in the evenings or your hummus and crackers, right? So then you moved on from the lunch and dinners to now eating a little snack before the evening so you're not pigging out on chocolates and sweet treats. So then you've got two locked in, and you do that for another 2 weeks. So within a month, you've changed two things. But those little two things have made a big difference. And then from there into the next month, now your body's metabolism has got used to it and you're feeling a lot more energized. You might wake up earlier. So suddenly you can make a good breakfast. So in that case, you have your 3, 4 eggs in the morning with avocado and sourdough, whatever healthy breakfast you choose. If you want something quick, you have your porridge. So then you've got your healthy breakfast, which keeps you going to lunchtime, where you've cooked your dinner and your lunch, so that's already prepared. So you're not going to your shops or your nearest takeaway place near your work, and you're saving money. Because my weekly food shop, it's just me, 35, £40, just for me. I know some of you may have kids, maybe a bit more, but you can make them healthy meals as well, so it benefits the whole family. So automatically as a team, you're all absolutely smashing it. So you've made 3 little tweaks within 2 months, and within that 2 month frame, for the rest of the year, if you stick to it, it becomes easy because you made 3 changes within 2 months rather than just making all those changes within the first week and then just bored. And the beauty is that is you start off with several meals that you get used to within a routine, and then you can venture out into other healthy meals. You find something online that you quite like and you want to try, and you go, oh, I like a bit of that. Let's try that. And then suddenly you find more healthy snacks to have in the evening. So you've got a nice little selection of five, or a nice little selection of five lunches you can pick from, saying, oh, I want a bit of that for lunch and dinner. Go with that, or you find a nice little breakfast, whether that's eggs, whether that's porridge, overnight oats, whether that's something simple you can take to work, like a nice Greek yogurt with some nice little berries in. And then you start getting creative with your food, and it makes it a lot more enjoyable. And I can assure you, have a lot more energy for work throughout the day. You'll be in a much better mood, whether that's you're dealing with customers or whatever you do, and your life will just become better because you've made those few little changes. And that's all you need to do. You don't need to do anything else. And then that's even without training. That's just living a nice, healthy lifestyle. And I can assure you, you'll lose weight if you're on the large side. If you're on the skinny side, you'll put on weight because you're eating more whole foods. So it benefits both ends. And you combo that with getting your steps in and going to the gym, then you just become dangerous. And then automatically, if you just keep building, think of it as like 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, you're just going to go up, aren't you? And then you compound that over 1 year, and you just become a totally different person. And then suddenly people start thinking, or even saying, what's happened to him? What's happened to her? You've changed. What have you done? And then they start asking all these questions, trying to find out the simple and the quickest way to do what you've done. But little do they know, it's taken you a year. But it's just those small little wins each week. And I guarantee you they won't be able to do it because they want an instant quick fix. But the fact you have done that makes you better than them, because you're willing to have delayed gratification benefit you in the long term. And if you use that analogy in anything in life, I can promise you, you will be successful.